Hello, it's Nubian Queen. This is a response video for in response to Tiffuzor for the Homeschool Moms Connect for December edition. Okay, so it's kind of, let's see, I think today is like the 11th or 12th, I'm not quite sure. Anyway, the first question was, how are we doing with our goals? And I think that for the most part, we're on schedule with our goals for this year. My again, I said my two youngest ones are home, and my older two are in middle college, and they're 16 and 18. So they're a junior and they're a senior. My oldest daughter, who's 13, she's pretty much on target for the homeschooling right now. And my son, right now, we usually do like a box program, but this year for him, I'm doing we're pretty much, I don't want to say unschooling because we're still using books and things like that, but we're doing it a little bit different from what we did the last few years and what I've done with my other children. And then for goals for me, I am trying to lose weight too. Of course, you know, with the Christmas season, Thanksgiving, and just passed, I've been kind of teetering a little bit higher than what I normally want to be. So I'll hopefully be doing that with the other homeschool mom who started the page for all of us who are trying to lose weight. I can't think of her name right now. Little Homeschool Mama. Yeah, that's her name. So yeah, weight loss is my, not anything fast, but just trying to, like one of the moms said, moderation. And a few years back, I did use Weight Watchers, and they did have some really good tips. I did that because I was on a trying to lose weight for my job when I was working. And if you lost weight, I think I won like $100 or $175, something like that, a gift certificate. And I used Weight Watchers at that time to help me lose the weight. And did it really well. It was very successful. Let's see, another question for December said, what time do I wake up my children in the morning? And I would have to say for my younger two, my son is an early bird, so he gets up kind of early. My daughter, I think somewhere around 8:30, I usually have to wake her up because she likes to read late into the night. So she's not an early bird. She's kind of like me. I'm not really a morning person. But my son, he's up and at him. I have to sometimes ask him, okay, just, you know, take it easy, you know, go back to your room, do this and that, whatever. Or I can send him downstairs and he can make his own breakfast. The older two, they're out of the house. Their bus leaves at 5:40 in the morning. And I'll tell you another quick, well, not so quick story about that after I finish the next question. Something that happened to us when it snowed the other day. The only other time that we're up earlier than 8:30ish, or my daughter, is on Mondays because we have horseback riding lesson. And so we usually have to be in the car by 8:20 in order to get up to our 9 o'clock horseback riding lesson. And then I go to a morning Bible study on Wednesday mornings, and I just wake the kids up and I leave them here because my oldest daughter, is old enough to watch my son. And let's see, number 3, what have I learned about myself as a homeschooling mom? I think what I've learned is over the years, in the beginning, I used to be very, very strict and like militant. Okay, we got 170 lessons, we got to rush, you know, not necessarily rushing, but stick to it. So not as much snuggling up on the couch and taking it easy. And now that I've already had my two children they're doing really well with school. I know that you can, relax a little bit because everything will always balance itself out. You don't have to just rush and stick to the task, because it all just balances out in the end. And they're doing very well. And we have a couple of years when we didn't even use a box program at all. And again, like I said, it all balances out. They're doing well. So I'm not as strict as I used to be with the younger two. So I'm not as stressed. And so let's see, I know Tiffuzor was saying that she has her mother-in-law just came to live with her, and my father actually moved in with us in August. He had surgery on his leg, so he's been living with us. So we do have 7 people in the house, and sometimes with all the different schedules, you know, the older girls have to be here, the younger kids have to be here, and you know, doctor appointments for everybody, including me driving my father back and forth to his appointment. It can get pretty stressful, but you know, like everything balances out. I think that there was a question for November. They were saying, what did you not like about yourself on camera? And I have to say, I never know where to look. and I'm not using a regular camera. I'm using my iPhone. I think it has it gives a better picture. So with that, I never know where to look. If I should look over here in the corner or look directly in. So, and then again, by the time you upload it and YouTube picks what they think is the best picture, is usually a horrible frozen picture of you doing something really crazy. So I usually change it a couple times because they give the option to you to change it. So back to number 2, saying about what time do your children wake up? Well, a couple days ago it snowed here, and I'm in New England, and my children leave at 5:40. Well, the bus picks them up about 5:40, and the phone rang at exactly 5:40. I heard them leave in the morning about 5:30 to walk down the street to catch the bus. So I'm running up, getting up, and I'm running to catch the phone, and of course it's a recorded message from the school saying that there's a delay, a 2-hour delay for school. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my kids are about to get on the bus. How am I going to catch them? So I put the phone down, run to the front door. I see a bus driving slowly past my front door, which means that 3 blocks or so down the road, my kids are about to get on the bus. So I jump in a pair of boots. I grab a pair of boots, which happened to be 2 sizes too small because they were my second daughters. And I grabbed the scarf. I had on my pajamas. I'm running down the street to catch this bus to keep my kids from getting on the bus because I'm not sure where they're going to end up if the school has a 2-hour delay and they have to catch 3 more buses before they actually get to school. So running down the street in the snow, trying to catch the bus, yelling down the street for their names, telling them not to get on the bus, don't get on the bus. And before you know it, the lights are flashing, the bus takes off, and I'm thinking, standing in the middle of the street, oh my gosh. So I run back to the house, kick off the boots, run upstairs, tell my third daughter that I'm going to look for the girls. Didn't know exactly what their bus route was, which now I do. I have it written down. And grab a coat and a scarf. Still have on my pajamas and a scarf on my head, which I forgot. Get in my keys, jump in the Suburban, driving down the street, trying to look for this bus. Can't find the bus because I don't know the route. End up driving 25, 30 minutes away to their school. Get to the school. There's no security. There's nobody there because school's not open yet. Finally find one guy in the school. He's walking me through. We're trying to find phone numbers, trying to get into the office. Leave that school, go to the next school where I think the bus might be. I mean, it was just like a fiasco. I mean, as a mom, your heart is just racing. You're just trying to find your kids, you know. My main thing is I just didn't want them to be standing out in the rain or in the snow, actually, getting all wet and being locked out of one of the other schools where the bus was supposed to stop. So, long story short, excuse me, I end up getting directions, going to where the stop was, driving over there. And by this time, because again, this is all started around 5:40 in the morning. By the time I get to the third school, they're actually standing in the lobby, and it's like, I think it was by 7:15 by that time, 7 o'clock by that time. So I pulled up where the buses are supposed to park, but of course there's no buses because everything's delayed. My daughters look out the window, they see me, and we all run to each other and give each other a big hug. So all that before 7:30 in the morning. You know, it took, you know, at least, who knows, the whole drive home for my heart to stop racing because I just didn't know what was going to happen to them. Well, I mean, I'm sure they would have been safe sitting there, but they would have been wet and they would have been cold. So ended up getting home, and I just let them stay home for the rest of the day because that was just too much for me. So long story short, you know, how did I get to that? Anyways, I think that was from the question of how early do my kids. 5:40 in the morning is very, very early. So let's see if there's anything else I wanted to bring up. No, I think that's it. I just want to thank you guys again for the homeschool community for welcoming me, and looking forward to doing the weight loss videos with little homeschool mama. And you guys be blessed. Merry Christmas. Peace and blessings.